Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So back in my craft room, and I wanted to work on some new ephemera for my ephemera stash. As you may or may not be aware, I am working on my major design team project for JunkWithSteph for the months of November and December, and I'm using several of her kits from her Etsy shop, JunkWithSteph, to create ephemera for my ephemera stash. So I have mentioned in previous videos there is a playlist for this major design team project, and you will find the name for that playlist in the description below this video. Okay, so again today I wanted to work with some of my glue book pages, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm working mostly with glue book pages that are Reader's Digest size. That's my go-to for my glue book, and so I have lots of this sized paper. These pages have been folded horizontally, and well, depending on how you look at it, so they've been folded, whoops, my glue book with my strings with the top end to the bottom end, and these ones have been folded from the side to the side. And I realized when I was playing with my glue book papers just a couple of days ago that if I turn these ones on their end, I can actually fit two to the page. So I'm thinking I might create some little tuck spots perhaps with a front loading pocket using these. Now I'm not going to use many of these. If I'm making 6, obviously I'm only going to need 3 of these, but it's all helping. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 that's folded into thirds, so I don't need that one. 2, 3. Okay. Oops, I have 1 extra. How did I do that? So I'm going to mark where I need to cut this. My pencil's not very sharp, so I'm thinking about there. Perfect. And getting my paper trimmer, I'm going to pop that one on top. So it's the line on the right, now that I've turned those around the opposite direction. And lining them up on my cutter. Going to trim them in half. And hopefully they're roughly the same size, not too bad. Okay, so just going to decorate now. I really loved playing with the brown paper in our last video, so I think I'm going to do that again today. And oh my gosh, I am in love with that image. I think I just need to make that into a journaling card on its own. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm looking at my scraps, and just going to pull them all out. I don't even remember what I have here as far as my scraps are concerned. We've made quite a few pieces of ephemera now, so I am getting a little collection. I'm looking for the more patterned pieces as opposed to the background papers. And I'm thinking I might pull out some of the background paper scraps that we have as well. Okay, so backgrounds, patterns, because how pretty is that? So that orientation is that way. How how does that work with a pocket at the front? It will be perfect. Indeedy it will. So I'm trying to decide whether I want the pattern at the front or at the back, and I'm thinking at the front, so on the pocket, and having the brown paper on the backing, and then whatever goes into the pocket will really pop against that brown paper. That's my plan. Okay, so I'm going to glue the whole thing because I'm using the brown paper, and that will help reinforce that paper, which is already doubled over. It's not really a delicate paper, but obviously the more layers, the thicker the paper, the stronger it feels. I guess getting closer, oops, better not put it that side. I could hopefully fit two if I go this orientation. Sort of takes it more to a feeling of card, I suppose, the more layers you add. Okay, so where did I put my bone folder? Maybe I packed it away. I'm missing one. I have two, which is fabulous for times like this when I can't find one. So, how are you all? I hope you're all fabulous. I am. It's actually the same day as I videoed my last video. I've just had some jobs to do, so I've kicked a few goals, and I was like, I'm going to do another video, and then hopefully after this will be one goal, of course. Hopefully after this I will kick a few more goals doing the other things that I have to do. Coming in here and crafting with you all is kind of like rewarding myself. No, that's not going to fit. Okay, do I have any more packaging paper? Handy. Okay, so I just had to go across the room to get some more. This is a little bit darker packaging paper. I really love this paper. But as long as it's brown paper with gesso, I love it all. I have mentioned before, if you're unable to get brown packaging paper and you really like that look, you can get rolls of like brown wrapping paper, and you could easily use the brown wrapping paper to get the same effect. Essentially, that's possibly all it is. It's just the brown wrapping paper is often just a fraction thicker, depending on where you buy it from. I've actually come across some really thick brown wrapping paper and some much thinner brown wrapping paper. You could potentially use sandwich bags as well. I've got some brown paper sandwich bags that I've used to make some of my ephemera pieces, and you will find those in the playlist that I mentioned in the description below as well. You could add gesso to those and use those as the brown paper if you wanted to. I should also mention in the playlist for this design team project, you will find a video where I do flip throughs of the kits I've been using. There are now 2 videos showing flip throughs of different kits that I've used for this project, and that way if you see me using a particular paper that you really love, you'll be able to refer back to those playlists to determine which kits they're from in JunkWithSteph's Etsy store, and you'll be able to locate them for yourself, which is why I like to do those flip throughs of the kits before I start my projects. It has warmed up here this afternoon. It wasn't cool this morning, but it was comfortable enough, and I kind of started to get used to it. let myself think that that's how it was going to be today and this afternoon. Oof, the heat has really hit. I have to keep reminding myself it's not as hot as it gets here yet, so... Oh, summer. I don't know sometimes why we so look forward to summer when summer comes and the heat hits and we're going, oh, I wish it would cool down. There is something about the way the summer days make you feel, though. Well, actually, it's probably the spring days. Summer days, I'm just thinking when the heat hits, I probably just feel flat in that summer heat. Whereas spring weather is so invigorating. I love the spring. I just wish our spring here lasted a whole lot longer. So technically it is spring here at the moment, but I think I've mentioned before the spring weather, those beautiful, comfortable spring days, they don't tend to last very long before the heat hits. Okay, and you'll notice I'm burnishing each one down as I go. These glue book pages are not glued down completely, so you can see here this one is quite open in areas. I'm thinking I might sew the front pockets on actually. I may glue them first. I don't know why I do that. I just like to glue and sew. I think being a non-sewer, it helps me keep things in place when I am actually doing the sewing around them. Sorry, I just had a flashback to doing my straight stitch. It does make me giggle. If you missed that, it was in my last video. Me trying to do a straight stitch. Goodness me. I didn't video it, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not that crazy. Okay. Fabulous. So that's all of them glued down now. Oh, and then there's me fussy cutting on camera. Actually, can I tear? I like tearing. I like the look of the tearing. Sometimes the brown paper doesn't tear very clean. That one wasn't too bad actually, so I end up with a bit of overhang on whatever I'm tearing it from and have to go in with the scissors anyway. Things like that. I don't think that will be too bad actually. So love the texture. Okay, can I tear this? What do you think? It's kind of sticking to my finger because I have tacky fingers, so that's actually helping. Oops, I'm not really sure I'll be able to tear them all though. I don't know if I just hit the camera with my ruler. That was awkward. I need to come in under that. I'm sorry if I did. Goodness me. Just want to trim off that tiny bit there and that little bit there. Kind of tacky-handed, aren't I? That was a little bit messy. I might just cut this one. It's much easier when the scissors will actually open while you're trying to cut. My other scissors I usually try and use, I use because they're bigger, so I feel like I'll get a straighter line if I use those. But man, oh man, they're tacky and they just won't open and close easily. It looks like I'm cutting in slow motion most of the time. Okay, getting a bit pedantic with it now, Sharon. Just like, can I tear? That didn't go so brilliantly, did it? Cutting it is. I'm looking at it going, please don't cut into the paper, as in the book page, and the whole thing is shifting with the weight of the other pieces that are on here. Can I? Thinking I can tear one side on. Oh, that didn't work very well. Maybe I cannot. I need sound effects. I need a new. Sorry guys, apparently I cannot cut and talk at the same time. Or I cannot cut straight and talk at the same time. Like if I start talking, my scissors will get wonky and then my line will be all over the place. It's really hard to get to actually. My hand just cannot get in there. Okay. That will make it easier. I was doing so well and now the last one's playing silly games. I like games, guys, but not that kind. Okay, I don't think they're too bad. I do want to ink them, so I'm going to do that now. This is so fun when it's a torn edge. I really love that uneven look. I usually trim the perforated edge off because it chews into my distresser. I haven't done that with these though. I love brown paper. Lucky last. Okay, so they are the backs of our pockets done and dusted. And then, so I have that backing paper there. I'm just looking at the orientation and what will work. That could potentially work too, it's wide enough. That one could work too, actually. Oh, pretty. Move these across so that you can see. I'm saving her. I don't know what I'm saving her for, but I'm the same with her. They just need to be on pieces. I'm thinking I might just make some journal cards with all of their beauty on them. Same with that one. I seem to have a little collection of them actually. Is it the same as, oh, it's the same fairy but on a different page. I like this one. I feel like I could get a couple of different looking pockets off that. So I think that's all I need actually. Okay, so that will do my 6. Ah, cherubs are this way. Look at that. I'm looking at the text, but there's little cherubs here. I think I'm going to go there. Okay, so bring in my glue book. I was just thinking about how exciting it is to be using a few more glue pages, and then I was like, how many glue papers have I created making these? And then I think I've only created or used one, sorry, which is the one that we're using now, so that's even more exciting. I'm so excited I can't even get the words out. Okay. Love that. I like that, but I think I'm going to go that side. You'll see why. Well, that just chewed up a big chunk out of my glue stick. Okay, so this side, this side, this side. And I'm trying to put my torn edge on the bottom, so down here, so that the folded edge will be at the top of the pocket. And me telling you was kind of my way of reminding myself. Okay, and this one I'm thinking I can do I might go this side. I'm pretty sure that was this side, yes. a little bit of glue still on the edge of that paper, so just pulling that off with my nail. And I'm wondering if I can about there, I'm thinking, give or take, depends on where it lands. Okay, so I'm using the light, oops, to be able to see through to get my placement roughly. I'm going to say about there. Okay, so I want that side. Where's my other one, guys? Come out, wherever you are. I've lost one. I really have lost one. I'm like, I can't have an odd number because I've cut 3 pieces of paper in half. So where has the other one gone? Who's singing a song now? Oh my goodness, where have I put it? Ah, Spotto, I buried it. I've obviously picked it up with the decorative collage papers when I was looking through those somehow, and it ended up in the bottom of that little pile, which I've now stacked on top of the other papers that I have for this project, so it was kind of in the middle. Okay, so oh, there now. One more. I love this. Well, actually, I really love that too. But oh, I don't know, guys. I think I might do that side. In my mind, I just went, this is going to be fairly quick. And then I went, don't do it, Sharon. Don't jinx yourself. They all know. As soon as I say that, next minute, the hour is gone. Nothing has been as fast as I thought. And you're all laughing at me because I said I was doing it quickly. How do I know this? The story of my life. Okay, I've got strings on my fingers. See, things like that. Strings on my fingers that I couldn't shake. Now I've buried my ruler. Goodness me. Actually, I might do that one last because I need the glue to dry a little bit. Decorative paper over here. I'm not being very organised at using my bags for my scrap paper, nor am I taking the time to pop them in there after the video, so I really need to get onto that, don't I? I'm just going to straighten up this edge as best I can. Oh, I've got scrap paper on my table. Oops, that wasn't very straight. My ruler slipped as I was cutting. This is distracting me. See, that's why I move them as I go. Well, that one was better. I need to fix that up. That's terrible. Just a little out. I'll probably cut them and then go to put them on the pockets and realise that they're completely out as far as how straight I have them. Oh well, I tried. Which way should I go? I might go this way. That didn't go too badly, even if I do say so myself. Oh, it's just like, so that probably means this one will end up in the blooper list. Oh, how fun would that be to have a blooper list on my YouTube channel? It'd probably have more videos than the whole channel put together. Like my really not straight cutting right now. I'm going to leave that. You guys thought I was going to show you, didn't I? I nearly did. I'm kind of enjoying this, not sharing with you straight away. My little game while I'm crafting with you all. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, not too bad. I won't try this side. I'm just going to cut. And pray that it's straight. Do I have one more? Yes, I do. Nope, not drying, just cutting. Oh, little scissors, you have a mind of your own. Yes, I did keep that tiny scrap. Okay, are you ready? They're like playing cards. Okay, we need to ink, so you get to look while we're inking. So we have our little cherubs. They're even going to be upside down and inside out. That's okay. I'm not really showing you properly. I suppose you can see while they're over here. I hope they're all upside down. Who's on their head now? Oh, love it. Okay, I showed you. I couldn't help it. So pretty. needs a little bit more plain. I love this detail here though, so we may need to pop something on there as a focal point. We will see. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you. I'm just like, oh, one more. We're almost done. Okay. So, I don't know where I was going with this one. It was like right off the mat. Okay, love those. So I think I'm going to glue those on now. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. If it will come out of the bottle. There we go. Remembering I'm planning on probably sewing around these as well, I'm thinking. Hoping that they fit because I didn't think to check. Not too bad. I may trim that off a little bit, I think. And just re-ink. Fabulous. Okay, so checking the others before I attach. That's pretty good. If I put it on straight, of course. Didn't check that one either, did I? Love that. Okay, we'll glue and then we'll check. Look at the colour of that paper. So fun. Glue bottle was sitting on the edge of the craft mat then. I don't know if you can see. You possibly can. Felt like it was going to tip. Love it. Making sure I have it the right way around. Oops, there had to be one. Not doing so well. Okay, I love those. I must have a little bit of glue on my finger. So that's where we're at. And then I was thinking, just let me go to, okay, our little snippets that we made, our snippet strips. I'm thinking I'm just going to pop one across the top of each pocket. How fun is that? I love that the background is just the plain brown paper with the packaging, sorry, the brown packaging paper and gesso. So this is our brown paper one. We made 3 in a previous video. So if you missed that video, if you go to my playlist and look for snippet strips, or just search my name and snippet strips, and you will find the video where we made these. These are so fun. I will potentially have to make lots of these as I'm making this ephemera. I did have it that way around, didn't I? Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, I need to focus because we still have 5 more to go. Actually, I'm thinking if I glue it on and then cut. Yes, I need to move that thread. Oops. Just lifting it up so I can see the pocket, where the pocket lip is underneath, to make sure I have it on there properly. Turning it over and making sure that's attached. Love that. You can see how having multiples of these would be really handy too, because you do tend to use them fairly quickly, especially if you're making a few different things using them like I am. So pretty. Lost my words, guys, because I'm excited. Sorry. Going, this one's going to look really pretty when I turn it over. I know it is. Oh, not when I turn it this way. I meant when I've cut it and turned it over. Too funny. Okay. So sweet. Making sure my strings aren't in the way. And if you didn't watch the video where I made these snippet strips, I will try and link it in the description below as well for you. It's a great way to use up all those really tiny pieces of fabric. This is a fabric one, but we did do a paper and fabric as well, and we did a lace and fabric as well as that. So all those little pieces that I know I keep, well, this has got lace on it, so this must be the lace and fabric one. All the little pieces that I keep that I often think to myself, I really should be throwing that out. For something like this, they're perfect, absolutely perfect, and they're so pretty. And you never see the same one twice. Which makes each piece unique. Love that. Now, I was just checking that I wasn't going to hit that little piece there rather than cutting through it. I potentially would have gone to the other side of the strip. Okay, so we still have, it's about the width of my mat, and I've just realized my mat's upside down. I shifted it to do something and I've popped it back upside down. How funny. Okay, so I need to decide if I want to, I need to decide how I want to do this. I need to decide if I want to put something else on it. Okay, so I have these little labels here from Artsology, and I'm thinking that I may just pop, they come in different colours. It's really hard to pop this down because everything falls out when I do, but I'm thinking they could be really pretty just to finish off the front. I may layer a little piece of cheesecloth, I'm thinking, underneath. Might pop that one down there. Or do I want it in the middle? I might pop that in the middle actually. There's a half a cherub there. Maybe. No, I think I like it there better. What else do I have? Don't mind that one there. I'm not sure about that. It's the same as this one. Don't mind the way that pops there. And maybe that one there. We'll just audition a couple more. I don't think I like that one for there. That one could be fun. quite like that one. Okay, so I'm just going to ink those, and I'm going to layer with a little bit of cheesecloth underneath. Oops. And I'm not sure if I want white or tea stain, so I might try both. I like that. And I may not like it for all of them, but for that one I really like the white. Thinking white under this one too. No, it washes. So I like that there. Yes. Yes. Might use white on this one because it's such a dark background. Not sure this piece is big enough. No. And I might try white under there too, I think, because it has the darker background as well. Not sure about that. So I'm going to try the tea stained. No, I like the white better, I think. Where did that little piece go? I buried it. Come out, wherever you are. There we are. Oops, wrong one. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to glue those down. Might use my fabric glue. Kind of sad to be covering that flower, but and just trimming the excess from there. I love that. Okay. And repeat. Where did my card go? Yes, you can be next. Love, love, love. This, the text at the top is upside down, I've just noticed. Okay, that's better. I was thinking it was non-directional, but it actually has a direction, I feel. Love it. So about there, I'm thinking. And I am going to cut away just a little bit to show this flower here. Had to be one with glue on it. I mean, look at my fingers. Love that. Okay, one more. I'm sorry if you can hear my belly rumbling. It is almost time for afternoon tea and I think I am ready. Okay. Going to cut a little bit from here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to sew around those. I love that the background has that plain packaging paper with the gesso, as I feel like it will really make things pop when they're in the pocket, and yet it offers that little bit of detail for the eyes. So I will quickly go ahead and sew around those and I'll pop back and show you the finished result. I'll see you shortly. Okay, so I'm back again and I finished sewing around all of the tuck spots and I love the way they've turned out. They have a simplicity about them which I really, really love. My stitching was a little crazy in places. I did run out of cotton in my bobbin, so I had to stop and rethread. Kind of made a mess of that. That's a story for another day. But so worth it. Love them. Okay, so there we have all 6 of our tuck spots and I think they're gorgeous. I think they're going to look beautiful on a journal page and I'm excited. So I just wanted to again thank Steph from JunkWithSteph for trusting me to showcase her beautiful digitals. I'm really enjoying watching this ephemera come together and I hope you are too. Please don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed what you've seen. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see future videos and always feel free to comment. I love to hear from you. Please, everybody, stay safe, stay inspired, and happy crafting. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.